again, we with the ghost. You know what I mean? He's not James St. Patrick, but he doing what he doing. You know what I mean? So what's good with you, man? So talk to me about
Man,
camp.
just
Talk to
chilling,
me.
working. I'm
Yeah.
grinding, man. Getting ready for the big date,
Okay.
December 17th, man. So I just been locked in.
Nice. How does it feel to be the poster boy?
Oh, it's good, and I got to go out there and just do what I'm supposed to do and to keep it going.
Yes, sir. You coming from obviously a great camp, Derrick James, all of that. Talk to me a little bit about what it's like, the energy in there, working with the Errol Spences of the world, the Jamel Charlos, iron sharpens iron, I'm supposing, but how does it feel working out in there?
That's good. Like you say, iron sharpens iron. Everybody holding each other accountable. We all working hard, trying to just stay on. They trying to stay on top. I'm trying to get to the top. So it's everybody just working hard, man, and just staying disciplined.
How did you find this camp? I mean, did Errol find you, or did you meet Derrick first? How did that work out?
No, I met Derrick James brother, and when I had met him, I was training with him for a while, and he was telling Derrick about me or whatever. Derrick and Errol, he was telling them about me, and man, we had ended up having to sit down. And once we had to sit down, I kind of told Derrick what was going on with me and my goals and stuff. And he told me he would train me. He would give me a couple fights and stuff, see how I do, and then he would train me or whatever. And that was how that came about.
What's the Derrick James difference? I mean, we clearly see this guy's work is amazing, but as a fighter in that camp, what's the difference between him and other trainers? What makes him so special?
Man, he going first off, he gonna work. He working just how we working. We don't do when we on the mitts and all that. It take a lot of energy to do what we do. Some people may look at it and be like, "Oh, it ain't flashy, it ain't fancy," but it's really like you got to actually know what we doing while we on the mitts or whatever, and then like Derrick is actually working. While he working just as much as we is while we on the mitts. He running in the mornings. He doing everything we do. He staying young. He keeping himself up.
Yeah.
So that, and then even just him, whatever he tell, if he show us something, he could tell us when to do it, why to do it. What can happen when you do it. It's always it ain't never him just telling us do this without telling us like the good from it or the bad that could come from it. So he just make it understanding everything. I understand everything.
So basically, you're saying your trainer could kick other trainers' ass.
Huh?
You basically saying your trainer could kick any trainer's ass right now. He's always ready.
Yeah,
He stay
he
ready.
ready. He ready. If it came down to it, he ready for that.
Okay, that's what it is. Michel Rivera. I mean, this guy's saying, you're the pathway to get to a title shot. But I want to ask you the inverse question. Do you feel like after this guy, you deserve a title shot?
Yeah. It's a title eliminator. So, like he say, I'm in the way of his shot, he in the way of my shot. So I gotta go out there and I gotta capitalize off this opportunity and just do what I do, be me. Can't let the lights, none of that stuff get in the way or I gotta enjoy this moment. I gotta enjoy this moment and go out and just be a dog, just be me.
Absolutely. Do you do anything different to train for a 12 rounder or same old, same old?
Man, we for the most part, like even when I fought 10 rounds, I always sparred, 10 to 12, 14, I'm always going a lot of rounds. So I just picked up wind sprint, strength conditioning, stuff like that. But for the most part, we always going a pretty good amount of rounds. We always prepared to go however many rounds the fight is. We try to always train up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. I look at the lightweight division now the same way we looked at the welterweights when it was chock full of talent. And you guys are now on everybody's talking about the lightweights, and you obviously coming up crazily. But I gotta ask, I mean, is the goal only Devin Haney? I mean, past Michel Rivera, what are you trying to accomplish? Is it just Devin, or are you trying to have another couple names first? Like what is it?
No, I want to have the belts, you know what I mean. But sometimes it take time. and me, it's you can want something, but you might not get it when you want it. So just being realistic, this fight right here put me. It's for the WBA. It's title eliminator for the WBA. So that would be Tank. So if that fight was to be able to happen, that would be cool. Any of the champions, man, like that's gonna get me to the main guy. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I saw something before.
I'm one of them people, man. I kind of try to be realistic about everything. So, like me saying, "Oh, I want Devin Haney," that ain't what's lined up right now. I want it to come. Eventually when it can. But right now it's me getting Rivera, getting this win against Rivera, and then hopefully, after Tank handle his business with the guy he fighting, and then the other Garcia, hopefully
Right.
we can get something going.
Yeah, so there's a couple of new storylines around you. Not new, but they there in terms of a guy that I want to know if you feel shouldn't even be spoken in the same context as you when we're talking about the Keyshawn Davises, mainly because he doesn't have the in-ring experience as you. But cats are talking about him as if you two are equally matched at this point in his career. Do you feel like that's disrespectful when people mention this man when you have way more fights than him and you, like you said, you're on a precipice of possibly fighting for a title?
I mean, it's just that's boxing. You know what I mean? It's boxing. He gonna have his people who rocking with him, who know him, who don't know me, and you know what I mean, vice versa. So him calling me out and doing all that, it's like that's cool, but is it gonna happen? Like, come on now. He ain't even fighting. Who he finna fight? Uh, who is his next opponent? A lot
Oh
of these
man,
guys,
yeah.
be like, he good, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But like a lot of these guys get to talking real early, and then like I ain't even really mentioned fighters, you know what I mean, until 15 fights and you know, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It don't bother me or nothing like that. But he got 6 fights. He kind of contradicted himself. He like, I got 6 fights. Like, come on, bro. You said something about me. I ain't say nothing about you. So it's just like when you call guys out and this and that. If the opportunity do present itself, you just got to show up and be that dog that you say you is.
No, for sure. It's interesting because obviously Errol and Terrence got a situation potentially coming up, but at least it's been a lot of chatter on the side. Do you feel like this is, it's almost like camp versus camp situations now where you coming up and the Keyshawn situation where, whether Errol and Terrence fight or not, it's 100% looking like Bo Mack versus Derrick James on many ways. I mean, what do you think about this? This is just happening
Yeah,
by
that's what it.
accident? Yeah.
Nah, that's what it's looking like now. You know what I mean? I got asked that not too long ago or whatever, but that's kind of what it's looking like. It's just our camp against their camp. So
Mhm.
and it ain't even like it ain't nothing that we too much like worried about. You know what I mean? Because we try to always stick to what we got in front of us. Far as fights and all of that. Like we don't try to look ahead a certain opponents and all of that. So we working if Errol get to fight Terrence, if I fight Keyshawn, whatever, you know what I mean? We when those moments come, we be focused on it then, but like it ain't, it do to answer your question, it is kind of like it's like a goddamn all-star game, put it like that. Put it like that.
It's boxing all-star game. I like that, man. I like that. And with that being stated, do you think Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will ever fight?
Um, yeah, I think it'll happen. I know Errol wants to fight,
Mhm.
so if they come to agreements on certain things that they want, hopefully they get that fight made. I know Earl want that for his legacy, so I hope that he able to get it.
Now that you're at this point of your career, how difficult is it to make fights at this level?
To make good fights, big fights, it's guys ain't gonna just if I ain't in a position, them top guys really ain't gonna give me that opportunity, so I gotta kind of, I gotta create the opportunity by, taking fights like this fight that I'm about to take. and just like Rivera, he may feel the same way. You gotta sometimes, you gotta do certain things to get to the top. If I don't take this fight, it don't put me so close it don't give me that title eliminator position. You know what I mean? So this is one of them things, man. Like, I don't want to be calling guys out if I ain't even in a position to be able to get the fight, because the type of fighter I am. Fighters ain't just gonna be like, yeah, we're fighting. They know they'd be like, oh, he what high risk, low reward, all that right now. So right now, I got to put myself in position to, become a mandatory or whatever. Some guys can't say, he ain't in this mix or whatever. No, I'm in the mix. So I mean mandatory or whatever it may be. So then I could talk, because those fights could be really made. It ain't just me calling guys out or just talking.
Right. You said, just remember, every underdog had to go outside to be in a comfortable situation to become the top dog. Are you uncomfortable right now?
I'm uncomfortable every fight. I'm uncomfortable.
Explain that, because you definitely, you're so technically sound, and you don't seem uncomfortable at all, brother.
Not uncomfortable in that, and like, oh, I'm uncomfortable in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like that's my security in a way too. Because that's what keep me like I don't never underestimate my opponents. Every opponent I fight, I train from like it's a championship fight. So that just keep me it just keep me on point. It just keep me locked in. Like, it just keep me on point. Having that type of mentality.
Who's your favorite lightweight right now?
My favorite lightweight?
Yeah.
Me.
Who's your second favorite?
Tank.
Okay. For power or what? Because you're known as being so skillful. Is it the power component? What is it about Tank?
Nah, man. I like Tank as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I like Tank as a person. And then, he could fight. He got that dog in him. He can actually fight, man. And I like Tank. Nice. Even though I'm trying to get a fight with him or whatever, whenever we can make that happen, I still like him. He seemed like a solid dude.
That's what's up. Last question, man. Why will you be successful against Michel Rivera?
Man, I'm going overtime. I'm training overtime. I'm locked in. I'm focused. I had a great camp. I got Errol Spence. We've been working crazy. We've been doing a lot of workouts together. Eating the same thing. Man, we just working. Derrick James, he got me locked in the gym and stuff. I'm all the way mentally ready. This sparring, everything, man. So, I just got to go out there and put everything, everything we've been working on and everything I'm doing outside the ring, I just put it together.
Man, you been out on the farm, living out on the farm too?
No. We ain't been out there.
For sure, man. We appreciate it, Frank. We love what you're doing. We'll definitely be watching, man. Good luck, my brother.
Right on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Kenneth, thank you, bros.
Hey, yo, don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe to the Up On Game Network. Always check out all them Pretty Left Hook episodes, because, bitch, you don't know shit about boxing.